Really well fought. You have to be super proud of your guys. What's the mood like back there after the game?
Well, I think there's disappointment for sure. Um, you know, we played really hard. I thought they played really well. You know, can learn from that. But yeah, it's not like we're not in a place where we think that's a moral victory at the where we are with our program. So there's real disappointment. But I'm very proud of them. I thought they played great tonight. Um, just gotta, a couple things we gotta make sure we don't do in the future if we want to win a game against a really good team like that.
Yeah, I agree, and I know you're proud of them, and I know they don't think that that's a great thing, but I think Windsor's going back on the bus saying, "Wow, we got all we can handle tonight from those Tigers." So I think maybe the state maybe is on a little bit of a wake up from these Tigers. You credit to you and the Windsor coach for putting that game on the schedule, and you guys stepped up, and that's probably one of the most competitive games they've had this year, besides their Northwest Catholic game, I would think. So, the free throws felt like, or I commented on them early, that you might be, you know, having some regrets about those free throws. Any explanation? It just happens sometimes. Are the boys just sped up and tired, and what goes on the free throw situation like that?
Yeah, I think probably both things. Like I think that was, if we the one thing that got us there is there was a little bit of, like we played the momentum game. First quarter we had it, played really well, built up that lead. I thought the second half we lost momentum, um, didn't have our feet on the ground. I think there was a little bit of doubt's the wrong word, and panic is the wrong word, but there wasn't like this inner confidence or mental toughness that we talked about. So like it kind of snowballs a little bit. Like you worry about it a little bit more or what have you. Then I thought in the third quarter again, like a tremendous run, one of the best runs one of my teams ever has had to get back ahead of that in that game. So we played that momentum run there, and then in the fourth quarter, probably even, but like that's the whole thing. Like against a really good team, we won two quarters, but you have to play for 32 minutes, and we probably put about 26 minutes of Tiger basketball out there today.
Yeah, we talked about it during the game. It's a game of runs, and you guys went on a big run, early, 18-9. You doubled them up early. That last, I felt like you guys were going for one possession there at the end of the first quarter, and it turned into a shot, missed, rebounded three the other way. That's kind of a, you're going to get out of there, worst case 18-9, hopefully 20-9 or 21, and now it's a 6-point game. And that second quarter, they definitely caught up. And then you guys, it was a 23-12 third quarter for you. You were up 50-44 after the third. And you fouled out two of their players who I felt like were pretty big contributors for them, right? And then Dylan has to play with 4 fouls. And I think he had a tough first half. Didn't seem to be in his groove, operating from a little further away from maybe where he wanted to. Feel like there's a lot of physicalness down there that, he had to deal with. And second half, he really came out and had a really nice second half for you guys as well, right?
Yeah. I think Dylan is struggling in these first halves. He gets so amped up and plays a little too fast in the first half. As soon as he can get that under control, he'll be even a bigger force. I mean, listen, we're talking about a sophomore who is, probably one of the best players in the FCAC and a top 10 player in the state. So we're nitpicking here a little bit, but he was dominant in the second half against Windsor. Probably the best player on the court in the second half. And yeah, in the first half, just going too fast and didn't allow his skill to show out. And like he's learning. The whole team is growing up. The coaching staff will get back to work tomorrow, and the next time the Tigers go out there, will hopefully be a little bit better in some of those areas.
Yeah, I think the same could be said maybe for Matt Nakel, who is so adept at making those tricky cuts and drives and lay-ins, and he was sped up, and some of those just didn't drop for him, and then he got back to his. I feel like the team adjusted to that speed in the second half, and he was able to convert those and be a big force in the second half for you guys as well.
Yeah, you can't replicate that kind of speed or athleticism in practice. We were very prepared. I think one of the neatest things that happened for us is, they came out, they press everybody. That's their thing. full court press, and they basically have dominated the whole state of Connecticut with this diamond in one press. That lasted 6 minutes. They had to take that off because our guys did such a great job in that. Now they adjusted and they played good half-court defense, but like I said, one day at a time, and we're getting better. And I'm just so proud of them and where they've put Ridgefield on the map with basketball. No regrets, and we don't feel bad. The way that we handle it in our program is we'll be back in this gym tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. And we'll be trying to get better.
Yeah, I also want to shout out Ben Klotz. I thought Ben had a great day on the offensive glass, getting second chances for you guys. Had a big three to settle you down. Just seemed to be all over the place. And Justin DeFabio as well. Loves to shoot the three. Wasn't getting looks. Was being unselfish passing the ball, and was feeding Villette from 20 feet away. Just focused on feeding the big man and getting that inside-outside game going. So, while he wasn't doing what you think of a Justin DeFabio game, he was still very effective, I thought, for you guys.
Yeah, so Justin's an underrated playmaker. He's a great passer. He does a lot of different things on the floor. So, he's gotten a lot of attention because of his shooting, and we frankly have to do a better job getting him more and better shots. But he's done a really mature job of playing the other parts of the game. And then Ben had a big boy performance today against Windsor. It's come a long way. So, you don't take Windsor to the wire without all 10 of the guys that got in the game making a mark. And that's where we are right now. We have 10 guys that get in there and mix it up and just play really high-level high school basketball. And frankly, we probably have 2 or 3 more on the bench that could do it, but it's really hard to play more than 10 people in a high school game and keep any continuity with it.
Yeah, Walsh was great, Kuzdeba, Sosa. Just go down this Lust. Everyone, I'm sure I'm leaving someone out, but everyone that got on that game, and Michalowski, they had an impact, right? And you rolled 10 deep, and it felt like they did too. They rolled pretty deep as well, right? So it was a great game. Really, should be really proud.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. I'll let you get back to this, but two great high school teams played a great high school game.
Love it. And the community can't thank you enough for bringing that kind of game to this town, so thank you. All right, see you soon, Coach.